they be shining, keep them blinded. Ain't met up, yeah, I can't.
Madden football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Eagles and the Bengals, and it's coming up next.
We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, it is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Cincinnati Bengals taking on the NFC champions, the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The CD, the Bengals, they're back for the second time in 3 years, looking for that first ever Super Bowl title.
Can you believe they're 0-3 in the big game? 2 losses to the Niners in the 80s, 2 really tough ones, and a loss to the Rams in 2022. Their motivation, sky high. They're ready to bring that first title back to Cincinnati.
Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they're trying to pull off what only 3 teams have done before, go from Super Bowl losers to Super Bowl champions.
Last team to do that, the Patriots, Super Bowl 52 and 53. Before that, you've got to go back to the Dolphins in Super Bowls 5 and 6, and the Cowboys in Super Bowls 4 and 5.
The 2023 season has 1 game left. Here we go. Super Bowl 58 underway from Vegas. And we will not have a return, so the first drive of this Super Bowl will begin at the 25. The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played, and his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life to win. Here we go. Start.
Quickly to the air is Burrow. Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we're looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
The cornerback, it's Logan Ryan who brings him down. As you see, they have dealt with their fair share of injuries this season, but Charles, that hasn't stopped them from putting together a very solid campaign, a very good record thus far.
I think a lot of credit has to go internally. Like, we always want to praise the head coach for holding the team together. But to me, it's the guys in the locker room putting on the uniform. Those starters who've stayed healthy, they've welcomed the backups into their ranks and showed them how to get it done. And this team, they've stayed afloat all season doing just that.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. Airing it out deep for Smith. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
They'll try it now with Swift. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. Good spot on the field to go for it, kind of no man's land as they call it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter is telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow, might be too far for the field goal, so it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally, if you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach, you kind of like this spot because it gives you the decision to go ahead and go for it when you want to anyway.
It's a pickup of 12, second play in a row with a 12-yard gain. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to.
Touchdown, Eagles! DeAndre Swift, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Eagles are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. And on the grandest of stages, with the whole world watching the Super Bowl, they come out and get the first points.
I don't know how you feel about Brandon, but for me, watching the beginning of the Super Bowl, I've often wondered how come it's not just a fumble fest? How come the ball's not all over the place? The nerves, the interim in between of the 2 weeks waiting for the game. But this team came out and handled it just like it was a regular season walk in the park. Terrific start.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. Ready to go on offense, out come the Bengals. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
First carry here for Joe Mixon. And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Here we go.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Burrow looking to pass. This is the tight end fan. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 32-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
11.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Give him 32 on the play.
Well, after the standard 2-week layoff, you always wonder how is your offense going to respond and come out and play here in the Super Bowl. Well, they got a great answer right there and almost a sigh of relief on that side of the field because now they've...
And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Drew Sample there to make the grab. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying this Super Bowl at 7. Evan McPherson for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their second drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. That brings us to the end of one in Super Bowl 58. Much more to come from Las Vegas after this. It's a tight game here early. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we are back and ready to go for the second quarter of the Super Bowl. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, as always, thrilled to be with you. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. He could not hang on. Second down coming up. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Hurts. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Rashad Penny, 29 yards. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Well, we know he can run the ball. There he shows he has the ability to do a little bit more.
That's what you call a complete player. A guy who can run it, catch it, probably can protect the passer when necessary, but his skills are best used when you get the ball in his hands.
And that's the thing. When you've got an athlete like that, you want to get the ball to him in multiple ways, right?
Without a doubt, because he often creates mismatches about who can cover him, whether he's coming out of the backfield or even lining up like a receiver.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. Here again comes Joe Burrow and the offense for the Bengals. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
11.
Again, it's Mixon. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down, Burrow throwing the out route, and he connects with Fant. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 3 catches for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl. It's a 1st down. Burrow will throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Right 80.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. Calling a gain of a yard. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he'll hit the deck, but he did not get there. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and he did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Hurts throw there, taken in by Smith. And that's good for a gain of 6. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. 2 minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. They'll come up now, 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. 1st down. Here's Burrow. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Illegal touching. Offense.
So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
Now Burrow. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Here's Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. McPherson's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with only 9 seconds remaining, when not much time, we'll see how they play this. They set up the screen to Penny. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. They'll throw now on the final play. Going deep here for Watkins. It's caught inside the 25. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. Both teams making their final adjustments of the season during this long halftime break. Who will claim the Lombardi Trophy? To find out, we go back to Brandon and Charles in Vegas for the second half of Super Bowl 58.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. Taking it about the 1. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. And I think you'd have to say their coaching staff, all things considered, had to be pleased with their performance in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Definitely pleased, doing their best not to show it to their team, of course, because as you and I both know, their mantra all season long has been finish. Get the job done. They know how close they are to lifting that trophy. One more solid half of football, and they can do exactly that.
2nd and 10. They go play action with Hurts. That's complete. It's Okuwebe now. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
I don't know whether I want to be a fly on the wall or not when they hear the explanation of how one of the bigger targets on the field, the tight end could be that wide open and uncovered downfield. Who blew that assignment?
Somebody did.
No doubt about it. There's no way you're not going to account for him.
And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there. Now a 2nd and 10. From the gun, a give to Penny. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
3rd down and 6. Hurts. Flushed out right. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Kenneth Gainwell there to make the grab. And the Eagles will extend their 3rd quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Hassan Reddick coming through with a stop there and a tackle for loss to boot.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
On second down, here's Burrow. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now it's Burrow. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive.
Here we go. Here we go.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. This is Fant on the short completion. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. Burrow looking to pass. That's caught by the tight end, Smith Jr. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow first down. And it's caught. Touchdown, Bengals. Smith Jr. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we have put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. And Burrow going to change the play. They'll look to throw. And this one is caught. So they come up with a 2-point conversion. And that makes this a 1-point game now. Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. He might score. He will score. Touchdown, Eagles. special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Elliott now to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. And what a job there by all 11 on the kick return. The blocking excellent, the return excellent. The result, 6 points. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. And out now, here come the Bengals. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw complete there to Smith. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And we're back in the Super Bowl. Time to decide who gets to hoist that Lombardi trophy as we begin the 4th and final quarter of action. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now it's Burrow. And that's incomplete. The Bengals on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There's pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
11.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Again, it's Burrow. He gets this one to Burrow. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. Burrow will throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Burrow. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Throwing the out route, and he connects with Fan. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that will bring up 2nd down. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A one-score game. Fourth quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's third down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Throwing is Hurts. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that type of speed. You do some. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Hurts going to keep it running left. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Hurts going to keep it again. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Penny is into the end zone for an Eagle touchdown. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense can miss too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time, he had the speed to win that race.
Elliott on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's finished off by a Rashad Penny touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. So Burrow and the Bengals down by 10. Just over 1:40 to play. They've come so far this year, but they need 2 quick scores late in this Super Bowl. To throw, Burrow. Pass complete to Higgins. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Here's 2nd down and 3. Gets this to Fant. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. They'll come up now on second down. Burrow.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Throwing, Burrow. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 19. And Burrow's saying, let's go, let's go. Here's Burrow. And that one complete once again to Higgins. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. Now it's Burrow. He's got it for a late touchdown. But probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
McPherson on for the extra point. And now it's blocked. And the Eagles have got it. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Oftentimes when you give up a touchdown, it's really a deflation for your entire unit. And the special teams group, when they run out there, they still feel it. And maybe they don't go after it so much. Instead, they gave great effort there. Blocked the extra point and really gave them a lift after giving up the score.
Yeah, gave up the touchdown, lost the lead, but a nice job to get in there and block it. So now with little time remaining, they'll have this and maybe one more play. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. And the Lombardi Trophy will rest in the city of brotherly love. The Philadelphia Eagles are the Super Bowl champs. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way. Didn't have to face some adversity in the journey. And now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all off season, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.